in this video. They're trying really hard. I think we watched one video from this channel before. This is this is Young Americans Against Socialism. They have under 7,000 subscribers. They're trying really hard. And these are debunking 5 socialist myths with, I don't know, Morgan? Whoever this fucking person is. Anyway, so freedom, which you do not have under socialism, apparently. That's the first myth. You don't have freedom. That's true. So let's see some of these myths that, socialism myths. Let's talk about it. Let's see what happens. I'm sure these will be fine and not super stupid, and everything will be okay.
What the heck is socialism?
Well, oh, you're the founder of Young Americans Against Socialism.
Good question.
The founder. You mean you started a YouTube channel? Why do they have a check mark? What the fuck is going on here? Justice, Socialism, Venezuela, Democratic Socialism, Antifa, America, Debunk, Faxmyth, Mythbusters. Just Mythbusters. What? Okay. Well, let's see if Morgan. Let's see how Morgan's doing. All right. Okay. All right.
It's a good question, Morgan. Okay, people, let's debunk the most common myths about socialism.
Okay. Let's start off this video by saying you can get white noise out of your videos with free software you can find on the internet. It's called Audacity. You can also just do it yourself in other programs. Get this white noise out of the background. You can just select it, take a sample of it, and get it right out of there.
Myths about socialism.
You hear that hiss? You hear that hiss? There's no reason to have that hiss. Just take it out of there. Just take it out of there. Wait, is she the Yas Queen? Yeah. She's the Yas Queen. That's true. Yeah. Wolver Glitter. Thanks for following. Okay. So number 1, the first socialist myth. Let's get it.
1. Socialism is just the government. Do you know how fresh...
What? Wait, what? Socialism is just the government? You know how when we sit around, and talk about stuff? You know, we sit around the commune table and we go, you know what? Socialism is just the government, man. What? What does that mean? That doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a thing. It's not. These aren't words. What? God damn it. All right, I'm taking this out for a little bit. You guys get Cobzilla up here. He's got little horns and stuff. Or little spikes. We'll do that for a little bit. Because he looks very perturbed. Just like me. Okay, so socialism is just the government. Let's see what she expands on this, maybe. Okay.
Frustrating it is when I say socialism is bad, and then people on the internet say, if you don't like socialism, then say goodbye to your firefighters and roads, lady.
Oh, well, yeah, but that is social. That's how socialism works. It's taking what you thought was a private endeavor and making it a public one. That's just a public service. We have decided together to collectivize it. Yeah, that is socialism. Yes.
Because I'm talking about actual socialism.
Okay. What's actual socialism?
Socialism is when the government owns and controls the means of production in an economy.
Sure, but do you think they own the means of production in regards to firefighting? Yes. Like socialism is when the government does stuff. Sure. Well, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt, okay? Socialism Okay, if the people that are the labor, if the people have like a democratic way to deal with that, democracy in the workplace, you need just hierarchy. You can't just like a planned economy like I think this is why, definitely why. This is why they confuse Nazi Germany with socialism, because there was a lot of cases where the government of Germany, Germany Hambly, where Germany, they had some industries that they controlled, mostly for the war effort. I think that's maybe kind of the reason they do that, but yeah. Mostly what socialism is the labor force, sharing in the profit of their labor. Think about it that way. And democracy in the workplace. And then we collectivize funds for public amenities. So what you're not gonna publicly fund is something like a pizza place, right? At a pizza place, you're still beholden to like that kind of market, where we sell pizza. Not everyone has access to pizza, but everyone might have access, hopefully, to food, basic food, foodstuffs to keep in your house. Hopefully, we move towards a more, produce providing place if you can, like having home farms or communal farms and stuff like that. Making sure that you have renewable crops and making sure that you have democracy in the workplace, so everything is unionized and you also share in the profits. Like Amazon, for instance, they would make a bigger share. But if you want to buy a car, that's not necessarily socialized. You can also, but they would have democracy in their car workplace. The laborers were, but we aren't granting everybody a car necessarily. We could, but I assume public transportation makes more sense and is more efficient. So it's really just depends on the market. So in this case, you talk about firefighters and roads and shit like that. Like, yeah, that's socialism. That is absolutely socialism. It'd be better socialism if the firefighters, make sure the firefighters are unionized, make sure the people that work roads are unionized, make sure the police are defunded.
The government and its bureaucrats control industries and businesses instead of the people. So
no, literally no. Literally the opposite. The people under capitalism, in fact, do not control their workplace whatsoever, unless you manage to get a union. In which case, you will often, especially if you try to make a union, you'll be union busted. That's for sure. The government and people should not have a barrier between them. They should be the same entity. That's how a just hierarchy would work. And the reason socialism is superior to this type of capitalism, because this capitalism, while there are some uses for markets, for instance, like I said, pizza, there's a use for a market there, until we no longer need pizza markets, which may come in the future when, replicators are things or something, you know what I mean? But until then, need a hot and tasty pizza? I want one. Kind of want to order one now. I don't know how to. She just keeps getting this wrong. There's just certain aspects of the economy that need to be what they are, and in capitalism, for instance, healthcare is a great example. You're taking a thing that is ethically unjust and making it, like, literally putting up a paywall. Like, if you don't like paywalls in fucking video games, why do you tolerate it for your healthcare? Like, if you don't like loot boxes, like, why are you for stonks? I don't understand. These people don't make any sense.
So let's get something straight. Being anti-socialism and against a government with too much power over the people does not have to mean that you are in favor of complete anarchy and no form of government or community organization.
Holy fuck. That's not what anarchy means, for the record. By the way, the government has more power under capitalism than it would in socialism, for the record. because the government is a crony capitalist, and you can have billionaires influence the government in ways that normal people can't because they're not collectivized, monetarily speaking. Because, again, you make decisions based on capital and not on ethics under capitalism.
Myth number 2, socialism gives power to the people, you know? Absolutely wrong. Socialism is when the government controls everything, but in the name of the people.
No, again, it's just democracy in the workplace. We should talk. We should have a discussion because she's gonna stop being this person. She's not making any money off of it anyway. It would take 2 seconds to be like, do you like democracy in the workplace? Done. That's socialism. Fucking wrecked.
It's just a distortion of language. The left does this often. I mean, seriously, have you heard of the People's Republic of China or...
The left? People's Republic of China is left-leaning now. The People's Republic of China is now left-wing. What? What? What?
The Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Yeah, left-wing. Left-wing Democratic People's Republic of Korea. That's true.
Or the Lao People's Democratic Republic.
Or the Nationalist Socialist Party?
It's all a farce, you guys. People living under leftist regimes have no power.
What are you talking about? Those... What? How are those leftist? How? What? How are those leftist? What?
Power is truly in the hands of the people when they can succeed and provide for themselves and their families without relying on the system. They can do this on their own. They aren't dependent on a government.
Do you have more freedom under capitalism or socialism? Let's see. I can choose to purchase specific in-network cell phone coverage type contracts to very specific hospitals and very specific doctors, or I can go to any doctor at any time for any reason under socialism. Whether I can pay the tax or not. Huh. Which is more free? Wow. Surprise.
Individual economic power equals true freedom, and individual economic power...
You don't have individual economic power with a pay gate. If your education is prevented because you do not have enough... So, this is the thing, right? So it's all about bootstraps, right? It's all about personal responsibility. So, why do my parents have any dictation on where I end up in life? Take, for example... You're poor versus you're rich, okay? If you're rich, you can go to, regardless of your qualifications, you can go to any college in the country so long as you can pay enough money. Really, that's true. As long as you can pay enough money, you can go to any college, any university in the country. If you're poor, you only can get in if you get, like, scholarships. What is that about? And then alongside that, you have predatory student loans that we should forgive. So, depending on my parents' economic success, I'm relegated to certain levels of education for myself? How is that free? I thought we were about personal freedom and personal responsibility. If we're for personal freedom and personal responsibility, why is someone else's responsibility and freedoms affecting my own? I don't know either. Maybe it's because capitalism is a dog shit system. You think about that? There's use for some markets. There's not use for the way this capitalism works. This is bad. It's bad.
Is best guaranteed with a system of capitalism and classical liberalism.
No, it isn't. You're stupid. I hate your face.
Myth number 3. Democratic socialism is different, Morgan, because we can elect and choose our leaders.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Nice
what?
try, but no. A great example of failed democratic socialism is Venezuela, where...
Oh my fuck. A great example is Venezuela. Okay. 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 The United States has a vested interest in the failure of Venezuela. We literally put fucking hardline economic sanctions on them. They don't have like a real fucking elected leader. Like,
where the people actually democratically elected the socialist leader into power. Once in power, though, thanks to the socialist policies of the government taking control of the economy,
what the fuck? Why are they all
the
like this?
centralization of money, resources, and power created an environment of zero accountability, no true system of justice, and plenty of opportunity for corrupt and exploitative.
Hold on. Do you think that America has a system of true justice? What? Aren't you from the same camp of people that say, like, there's billionaire pedophile rings that are above the law because they have too much money, or no? Like, what? Pick one. Pick a fucking take. Venezuela isn't even socialist. It's heavily majority privately owned, so it's at most like half socialist. It's not... God. America. Holy fucking shit. Wow.
Behavior. The democratically elected socialist leaders quickly turned into a dictatorial regime, and thanks to a corrupted environment created by
America.
Socialism.
Nope. You said America wrong.
Myth number 4. Democratic socialism in America wouldn't make us like Venezuela, a socialist country. It would make us like Nordic Europe, capitalist. Absolutely not again. There's a big difference between the capitalist social democracies of Nordic Europe and the socialist economy of Venezuela.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. She just said, what if we did the Nordic model, like the Nordic countries? And then she said, nope, that'd be Venezuela. What if we did the Nordic model? Nope, Venezuela. What if, did you, check this out. If America decides to do a thing, we're the only ones that can fuck with us. Venezuela gets fucked with by us. Are we going to fuck with ourselves the way we fucked with Venezuela? Probably not. This doesn't make any fucking sense. This doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
Venezuela's socialist leaders actually seized the means of production of Venezuela's private economy. The government officials took over private...
Why is she talking about Venezuela? You brought up the fucking Nordic countries.
...business and industries forcefully. On the other hand, in Nordic Europe, they just have huge government welfare programs and a very high level of taxes. These countries still have private business and capitalism.
Private business still happens in social... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just not... Look, the way she means private business isn't the way that we talk about private business. She thinks you don't get to own a business, right? She thinks you don't get to own a business under socialism. Not true. You just have to... Look, you don't get to fucking personally own the whole thing and not include your workers in the profits. That's it. That's the whole thing. I don't know why you hate better capitalism. It's really just, again, it's communism. It's super capitalism. Call it what you want. I don't care which fandom you come from. It literally is better capitalism in the way that they want it to work, right? So they want it helps the consumer class, right? The consumer class is most people, right? You want laborers to have enough money to buy the products that they are usually taking part in making, whether that's food or cars or PlayStations or fucking gummy bears. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, pretzels, fucking D&D dice, whatever you got going on. I literally Kaiser Soze around my room. Like, What you want is them to be able to purchase things. And if they are involved in the profit share, everybody makes more money without any inflation at all, because the money's already there. It's just not consolidated into one individual. It's spread out a little bit more. That one individual can still make the most money. I don't think anyone's opposed to, like, you know, again, we use these examples on the stream from time to time. But we'll say, I don't know. We were talking about pizza earlier. The Papa John, not actual Papa John, but like, think of the concept of Papa John, the guy that starts the pizza chain. There's a really fantastic pizza chain in North Michigan called Paisanos that we get every time, and it's really delicious. So the Papa John of that place, Papa Jaku is starting a pizza place, okay? I am the pizza lord, okay? I'll probably make a little bit more money than everybody else. I'm the pizza lord. I'm the best pizza maker. I do the pizza things. That's fine. But every single one of my employees is going to be cut in on the profits, because that's how it works. Now, they have more money to make sure that they can purchase pizza, bring their family in for more pizza. I'm selling more pizza. I make more money. They make more money. The pizza continues. We spread out. Papa Jaku's Pizza Corn Kingdom taking over the world. Corn crust pizza. Corn as a topping. Jalapeno corn pizza. Corn poppers. We have corn nuts. We got I don't know. Think of something. High fructose corn syrup pizza cobs. Pizza flavored elote. Corn rolled in pizza sauce with Parmesan cheese on top. Taco pizzas. Yeah, sure. Polenta pizza. Yes. All of it. Do it up. But the employees are cutting on the profits. So they make a wage, and then, of course, profit is involved. And as you make profit, you take a cut, they take a cut. That's the whole thing. That's all it is. That's all it is. You just make a cut. And then they collectivize, and then they're able to make sure they have a good take on this. And if you are the boss that you're supposed to be, then you'll always be there. I mean, it's just like, come on, like, just treat your workers well, and they will treat you well back. I don't know what the problem is here. Anyway,
many Nordic European countries actually rank higher than America on the Economic Freedom Index.
Yeah. Nordic countries don't allow people to be homeless. It's amazing you're making this point. They literally have eradicated homelessness, right? There's some countries that you can't even find homeless statistics. I believe it's the Netherlands that we talked about recently. The Netherlands, I think. You can't find homeless statistics on them because there's not enough. Like, they have like small estimates, but you can't find them because they have public housing. They have food. They have healthcare. They have education. They have fucking maternal and paternal leave. Like, they have childcare. Like, all socialized. They pay a lot of taxes, but they also make more money because they have the strongest unions probably in the world. So they don't even need a minimum wage because, again, they have entered democracy into the workplace. If you don't like the minimum wage, fine, but you better be for democracy in the workplace so that the workers themselves can collectively bargain for a wage that they find to be fit. And in a true market, that's how it would work, because in a true market, in a true free marketplace, survival wouldn't be dictated on whether or not you have a job, right? Survival wouldn't be dictated on that, because if survival is dictated on that, you don't have the freedom to not work. You have to work to survive. If I don't have to work to survive, I can choose a specific job, and they're going to have to incentivize my labor by having a wage high enough to determine that I should be working for that, right? So if I'm paying peanuts for the pizza place, but we're busting our ass for 10 hours a day in a hot kitchen, dishing out delicious corn pizzas, well, you better believe that I better give a good wage, because that's hard fucking work. That's hard work, feeding a town. If you've ever worked in food service, you know how fucking hard that is. Especially if you've been a fucking server and you got ripped off because you get tips. So for some reason we think you should make less. So fuck that. That's stupid as fuck. I'm swearing a lot. I'm mad. Shit's so stupid.
Myth number 5.
Myth number 5.
You might be saying, but Morgan, if leftist leaders keep saying we'll end up like Nordic Europe with their version of democratic socialism, and you're saying Nordic Europe isn't socialist, isn't that a good thing? Why are you still rejecting their policies?
Because you're dumb. It wouldn't work here. Here's Here's the thing. It wouldn't work here. We're a totally different country. We're really big, and they are culturally more homogenous, right? That's what we're going for. Here we go. Do you think it's going to be anything else than that? No, I think that's it. Also, I don't like to pay taxes that much. Maybe. Possibly taxes. But they're like very culturally homogenous. She's not going to say they're all white, because they're not, by the way. Surprise, Nordic countries have people that aren't white in them. And then she's going to say that we're a different country. We're bigger. We're different. We have more people.
Because the American socialists are lying to us, and they have repeatedly said they intend to end our capitalist economy. The policies and anti-capitalist sentiments of these radical leftists are never going to make us like Nordic Europe. They will destroy our economy, transfer power from the people to the system.
Wait. So instead of saying those things, you're just saying what they're asking for isn't the Nordic model. Okay, how about this? Literally, I want the Nordic model. That's it. Just do the Nordic model. What do you think? Are you against it or are you for it? Leo, thanks for following.
Was just a gorilla.
What do you say? Do you think she'd be for it? If I was like, okay, cool, we'll do the Nordic model. No. No. Yeah, I don't care if you call it capitalism. I don't give a shit.
And contribute to the slow decay and then quick collapse of our country. Even organizations...
What do you mean the slow decay? That's what we're doing now is the slow decay and quick collapse. What?
...like Democratic Socialists of America have put on their website that the long-term goal is to end private business in exchange for community-owned businesses or collectively owned businesses.
Yeah, that's where you get cut into the profit as a worker. That's yes. What do you think is wrong with that? As a person who likes capitalism, what do you think is wrong with that? That's more capitalism. That's literally more of it. Just tossing that out there. Businesses owned by workers is more people engaging in the capitalist system.
And remember what I said about those, that it's all just language? Mm-hmm. This would be in name only. Even worse, they state on their website that they...
What do you mean in name only?
They don't actually have a plan to implement this radical change yet, and that's probably because throughout history, this requires force, and who would put that on a website? That would be bad marketing. Their website even says that for now, until they come up with a better long-term solution, their short-term plans will be to increase taxes and regulation to slowly gain control over businesses until they can finally seize full control of them.
Why does she think it's the government? Who's telling her these things? Where does she get her information from? It isn't the it isn't the government owning your pizza place. Like, unless she's just thinking about healthcare. Like, I genuinely don't know.
Good call, baby boo.
Valdar Firebane, thanks for the 4 months. I finally caught myself. Enjoy your stuff, my fellow Michiganer. Cobb Day. Hell yeah. Leftists are tankies, I guess. Apparently. This doesn't seem like to have any reality to it. Huh.
In the name of the people, of course. You know what I mean? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, right now, a majority of our generation would choose socialism over capitalism.
Yes.
It's probably because they have heard the false promises of American socialists like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and our peers really do believe that socialism will bring positive change and progress, that it will fight poverty, it will reduce the cost of healthcare, and fix the problems of our day. But that is just not true, you guys. We are falling for it.
Why isn't it true?
Hard. We're falling for the lie of the left. And history could not be more clear that this path to socialism is a dangerous one.
But why? What's the why, buddy? What's the why, buddy?
With socialism is wasting our time.
Buddy, why?
Us from fixing
it just doesn't work. But why? It doesn't work. Why though?
Serious problems.
It's not going to work.
Together, let's reject socialism and its history of devastation once and for all. And instead, let's meet at the table of compromise and root our problem solving on a foundation of concepts that have proven to be successful.
Okay, cool. Means testing. Dope. If I talk to this person and I was just like, yeah, I'm a fucking, look, I don't know. I'm not a socialist. Okay. I'm not really into this stuff. What do you think is the best way to handle this? So hear me out and I'll give her the freedom speech, right? I'll give her the freedom pitches. We'll just base it literally on freedom and a worker's ability to engage in the market. And she'll agree with me every time. She'll agree with me every time. This is how we have to communicate this shit. If someone gets turned off by the idea of invoking Karl Marx, hey lefty, hey fellow lefty, hey communist, don't talk about Karl Marx then. Once they finally agree to have these things, bring up Karl 5 years down the line. Be like, hey, by the way, all this good stuff, beard guy. I know, right? And then they'll be like, really? That's what Karl Marx was about? Holy shit, I never knew. And then we'll be okay. Stop leading with this, like, stop leading with the leftisms. We don't need that. Fuck it. Call it whatever they're not scared of. I literally don't care. We need to stop being holier than thou about this shit. We never need to bring up Marx. We really never need to. But still, we don't have to bring up, like, don't use the word anarchy. They don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, most of us still think this. Look, when we think anarchy, we think fucking Molotov cocktails. It's part of the joke on the left. That's why we have these memes. History of failure. Oh man. Yeah, she did. Just stop. Stop it. There are people that will read theory for us, right? There are people that will we can do this long term. It's a zeitgeist shift. We'll never get to the part where theory is important until people like this understand that they're arguing on behalf of socialism without knowing it. Like literally, stop it. Please, for the love of God, if you talk to somebody, don't say anything that even remotely sounds lefty, okay? AOC? Meh. Can't stand her. But you know what I do like? Fucking, wouldn't it be way better? Like, talk about your cell phone. I fucking hate cell phone contracts. Don't you? Everyone says yes to that. Who fucking likes a cell phone contract? I'm more of a pay-as-you-go type of guy. You know what I mean? And frankly, I think it's bullshit to be locked in. Don't you think it's bullshit to be locked in? Man, I can't. So how free is that market? Oh, I have to make a contract and I can't get a different phone if your service is bad, and I have to sign the contract before I even know if your service is good? Yikes. Not very good. I'll pay as you go, thank you. I'm going to go with a Google Fi. That's what I got right now. I paid $27 last month, by the way. Pretty great service. And then go, yeah. Isn't that, you know what's weird? Cell phones are just like health insurance. Why do we do that? Wouldn't it be more freedom if we could just go literally anywhere instead of having to be bound to a market? Wow. Bound to a specific network and certain doctors? That doesn't sound like freedom. A real, actual market. Holy shit. Super freedom. Like, come on. We gotta get over ourselves. We gotta get over ourselves. Okay? Please. If you take nothing else out of this channel, ever, you take one thing. Just one. How you brand your ideas to people is incredibly important. Okay? Think about what they don't like and don't say those words. All right-wingers like freedom, liberty, and they like having more money. Just go with those. Go with those three. Say those words. Don't you want more money? Hell yeah. No. Well, that's because you're not very good at arguing it then, Devious Chilster. Get better at it. Or don't start at healthcare. Start at something else, like the cell phones. I just told you. That's why I told it as a bridge. Because you talk about healthcare and you go, I want free healthcare, and they're like, no freedom. But don't talk about how we pay for it. Say, why instead of buying insurance to one specific network, why can't I buy insurance to every network? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Think wider than the small frame that we're dealing with this. Look, man, if I could just pay to go to every hospital and every doctor in the country, that would be a way better plan, right? And not for these fucking huge prices that they make us pay for shitty coverage. I bet if we all paid into that same pool like we do for other insurance, I bet it'd be way cheaper. Come on. Yeah, talk to them on their speaking level as well. Most right-wing people don't care about freedom. They pay lip service to freedom. I wouldn't say most right-wings don't care about freedom. They don't understand that. I think they don't understand freedom, right? They associate freedom in different ways sometimes. It just depends on who you're talking to. But if someone calls himself a libertarian, they care about freedom. They just don't understand how to get freedom. They think taxes aren't freedom. But really, you'd have more money under a socialist system, which would be more free, right? Because that's what they want. You wouldn't have more money under a libertarian system because you can't collectively bargain. You would have lower wages. People would spike prices depending on different things. Like you'd have literal fucking barons, like feudal lords. So yeah, but yeah, Americans care about their own individual freedom. That's what I'm saying. So my own individual freedom to be able to go to any hospital anywhere is better than my own individual freedom to only go to a certain network. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just that. I mean, it's a bunch of different stuff. Education is obviously another one. Like all sorts of them. Like your workplace. Wow, why don't I have a voice in the workplace? I think it's stupid. And like just bring it up when they bring it up. Because you're gonna know a conservative person that goes like, I went to work today and my manager's a fucking asshole. And go, wouldn't it be cool if you could vote his ass out? Like if you could just campaign with your other coworkers and just be like, dude, this guy sucks and here's why. We should vote this dude out. That's democracy in the workplace. Once you agree to that, be like, yeah. Just get them to agree to these. Don't say, aha, and that's socialism. Who gives a shit about that? Just be like, yeah, I think we should have democracy in the workplace. I agree. Because they're not going to be, once they agree to it, it's going to be really hard for them to hear, like, AOC or someone talking about implementing these things as laws and them being against it. Although, I'm sure a lot of them would, but you'll get enough people. You'll get enough. We already have a majority, so.